Okay.
You're holding my crotch. What are you doing? Get that hand
Oh,
out of
yeah,
me.
you're right.
Yo, what
Sorry.
the
Oh,
heck? Yo,
shoot.
what the
Hey,
heck?
it's Tim.
Hey, it's David.
And we're Worth It Fridays.
What the nani?
Welcome to another episode of Worth It Fridays, where today's episode we're going over our impressions of League of Legends Wild Rift, as this is a recent mobile game from the successor of Riot Games, who've made League of Legends. So this is a really popular IP that is now on the phone, more accessible to everyone, and we want to give our impressions of it because not really a full review because I'm kind of still waiting for the game to kind of see what it is first, as more stuff is coming out, and they promised a console version, so it's just kind of I'm waiting for that too. I don't know, that's just kind of for now at least. But we do have access to the mobile version, of course. The game is free to play. Go check it out as well if you're interested in a mobile MOBA. So let's start off this video with David stating some of his pros of the game.
League of Legends Wild Rift. I used to be really into League of Legends, but I stopped for my own personal reasons. But okay, fine. Suck at point and click movement games, so I never got a chance to really got my skills into point and click movement. I grew up mostly with analog stick games, so yeah, the moment I heard oh, I can play League of Legends but on analog movement, I feel all right, I can get back into it now. So yeah, I was really impressed with the champion design, because I hate to admit it, but they look way better than the PC. What do you think, Tim?
No, I totally agree that the look of the just the aesthetics and graphics and just the animations, it just looks way better. And that's one of my pros as well, and I think that's just mainly because Wild Rift is made on a newer core engine thing.
Yeah.
Because League is 10 years old now. It's if they want to update everything as they did for Wild Rift, they'd have to make League of Legends 2 essentially, or it's just there's just so much to overhaul. And so now we have this newer looking, better looking League of Legends on mobile, which it's cool that the mobile nowadays can actually handle these kind of graphics, which is pretty impressive actually.
It is.
Other than that, but yeah.
There will be peace in the Freljord.
Let's see, what else do I like about the game? Just play a little bit. So what I really like is the tutorial. There is incentive for you to play tutorial where they actually give you rewards. And my goodness, when I played the tutorial for the PC version, it was just kind of all right, hit this minion, then hit the tower, and watch out for your enemies, and that's it, move on. In this game, they actually give you tips and tricks on how can you approach the situation, or especially with jungling, because for me, I think jungling is the hardest role and a very dependable role, where you can just get flamed at. But yeah, they're teaching me this is a blue buff, and where you should go around, sure the little scuttles and stuff. So it really helped me really understand the game, even though the game was originally started at PC. So I was really impressed, and the way they kind of accommodate the controller, setting on the mobile compared on keyboard, I think they did really great to accommodate on mobile. So for example, the portrait mode auto lock on, I thought that was cool, where when the champs come near you, their little picture kind of pops up where you're attacked by, and if you tap that, it just auto locks specifically, and you can just button mash all your skills and try to get them hit on them. So it really makes the flow of the game really well, in my opinion, especially with mobiles. But other than that, I really like the item system. I don't know, Tim, but I'm kind of dumb for buying items. I don't know what to buy to build my items, and I know some of my friends recommend me downloading this program app where you just set this build, and then the items will come out automatically. In this game, it's like it's preset, so you just have to tap it once to say, I want this at more attack speed or more damage, and you just pick whatever and just keep going playing the game. So for those who are like can't really think on item builds and stuff, the game in Wild Rift makes it really simple for you. You preset it, you just go get. So that's one of the things I like about it. The cons is not a mobile player. I prefer playing it on the big TV. So I'm looking forward to the console when it comes out and see if it changes, because playing the controllers on the touchscreen is completely different playing on the controller itself on PlayStation 4 example. Other than that, sometimes the movement can be not as smooth, but it didn't really ruin my experience with the game. And one last con is the communication on clicking on like I'll call support kind of thing, or call tank, stuff like that. So it's not as easy as being on a keyboard, but there's a way to communicate. But I don't know if a lot of people kind of tap it in. Excellent. Yeah, that's essentially my quick impression of the game. I think it's fun. It's very simple to play with other friends, because day and age, most people have their cell phones and Wi-Fi around. So yeah.
That's the thing. It's like the biggest con right now for me is that like this is the fact that this is on mobile and we're like locked, like, you know, we're restricted with COVID. Like we have COVID restrictions. It's like, why can't this game be out at like a different time? You know, it's like this would be a perfect game where, like, you know, you bring out like you're like hanging with your friends. You're hanging with your friends, you know, 5 friends or whatever, and you're like, hey, yo, let's play like a game of League, right? And then it's, you know, that sounds cool, like a mini LAN party, and you know, the Blizzard joke of everybody has a phone, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the game's pretty playable on most phones, maybe. I think that's what they're testing right now, is like how adaptable or how strong, you know, the game can play.
Yeah, I have an iPhone 11, so I played it in 60 frames, so pretty good. But I killed my battery.
Yeah, it is a kind of a battery killer. But yeah, it's just a weird time to have like a mobile test. But I that's why I really want to see if the console version can like bring the hype, you know, of bringing League of Legends to a different platform. So I hope, you know, the consoles come soon. I hope the console comes on Switch. That'd be amazing. But they never confirmed that for sure, so I'm just kind of like, you know, it's more in the clouds. But essentially, I have the same kind of, you know, pros and cons with David. Just being, yeah, the item system is pretty nice, similar to other mobile MOBAs, you know, in the market as well. But instead of like buying right away, you have to still go back to base, buy the items. But of course, now the items are in your build, but which you can kind of plan pre-game, which is kind of cool. And you can change mid-game too. The game actually allows you to change builds if you need to, so you can kind of actually have like multiple builds, and then it kind of change depending on, you know, if you really need to. Except for the most part, I don't think you actually need to change builds within. But I guess if something happens where I had a game where I was playing Alistar, and someone locked in another support and went, you know, as a support, I was like, I guess I'm forced into the mid lane for some reason. So I was like, okay, I have to build something else, which the other build was kind of like nicer in that sense. So it was less supporty, more like tanky initiator person. So it kind of fit, it kind of helped there if mistakes like that happen. But which I guess leads into another con of like some players. Okay, this game is new. A lot of players are jumping in, so I can't actually be angry at that. But like when I was playing ranked, which is like technically competitively, there's still people doing that thing where it's just like everyone's calling their roles in ranked, which is really nice. And then one guy doesn't, and then he just picks the thing that you're going, and then it's just like, bro.
Why?
Like nobody plays support, right? But like, so I like going support, and in at least in most games, and like I assume it's not the most played role, but in Wild Rift everybody just picked a random like support and just like went somewhere, and I was like, bro, I literally called it. I picked the champion pretty early, and then it's just like, okay, So it's yeah, that's my only con really. But again, the game is new, so I'm not gonna like blame people for like not like whatever.
Can you report them?
I don't know. It's not worth it. That's just inexperience. It's just because like I feel like it makes sense. A lot of people are coming from PC League to this, so it makes you can notice who knows how to play the game, as like you know they're picking the roles, they're picking the certain champions, playing a certain way, right? Whereas the new people are kind of like, you know how okay. So the cool thing is the map is always orientated towards you. So you're always going from bottom left to top right. Even if on PC League, you can either be on the blue side, which is the bottom to up, or you can be on the red side, which goes from top to bottom. But on mobile, you're always orientated from the bottom to up. So how they distinguish that is they call, instead of top lane and bottom lane on PC League, now they call it Baron lane, Dragon lane. Dragon lane being the league's bot lane, which is the ADC and the support. Top lane now being called the Baron lane, which is the other solo lane compared to mid lane, because mid lane is always just solo. And then the game kind of weirdly assumes people will jungle, but in the early this reminds me of like old League, like back in like season 1, where it's kind of like people don't really know how to jungle, so it's just kind of like everyone's kind of going wherever at this point. So that's kind of like what's happening right now if you're joining, Wild Rift for the first few games, is you'll just kind of see people. If you know how to jungle, your laners will love you. If you don't know how to jungle, it's fine. There's no like meta right now, although some champions can be a lot easier to play than others. Like Master Yi, for example, it seems very auto-attacky, which is kind of more simpler on a controller, or not controller, phone. So it's interesting. It's nice that they have a mix of the original champions as well as some of the newer ones, like Seraphine, like I already forgot. I just said Seraphine. I'm done. But there's more champions than just the original 35, and some champions also have their abilities a little bit changed for mobile purposes. For example, like Ashe's ultimate, if you shoot long range, you can actually kind of control the swing of it, kind of like Sion's ult, if people know what I'm talking about. Yeah, which is kind of cool. I don't know if you can do that with Ezreal. I know Garen's ult, you get like your ult is like a little dash as well, so you like dash towards someone and then ult, which is kind of cool, but that doesn't actually happen in PC Rift. Katarina's ult, you can move slightly a bit, which makes sense. So yeah, just like minor things like that that kind of change how the champions work from PC to mobile, which is cool, and it's exciting actually to see how champions adapt from both platforms, which makes it new game. So it's kind of annoying again that like people that have played PC League for so long and then kind of come over to Wild Rift, if they're like wanting to play it more, or at least like maybe committed to it more, is kind of like, well, I didn't get anything. Like there's no rewards for being a PC Wild or PC League of Legends player to Wild Rift. And it's cool that again it's like nice that like we can log in with our Riot account, which they've like now made as like a central. This is our Riot account. You can now play League of Legends, Valorant, Wild Rift, but there's no actual like thing that needed like that kind of like I don't know the word, like there's no intertwine thing that like happens between like all of the platform, like all of the games. Like you even have to buy currency specific to that game if you want like some skins or whatever, and you can't use that currency to like other games, which is
weird. So you're telling me I make a Riot account and I put $20 in, but I have to pick that one game for that $20.
Yeah.
I can't share my $20 for other games even though it's all on the same Riot account?
Nope.
Aye. That's how they make money, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's just so it's a little bit annoying in that sense. Like, this is another game that I think a lot of players will come into the impression of being like, oh, it's gonna be like League, so some of my stuff will come over, and then like they're like, wait, nothing's gone over. I don't have my skins. I don't have my champions. So it feels a little bit like my I don't get anything for being for playing a game that another one of their like Riot's games, I guess. So it's just kind of
You face an ice storm.
maybe they'll do something later down the line when the game's more like fully released, I guess, because I don't know if they're still doing like a soft launch or something. But yeah, that's my rant.
Well, there's one good thing I like about League is if you're into cosmetic or skins,
Swiftly now.
there's a chance you can get them randomly too, because there's events where if you finish the dailies or hit a certain level, they'll give you this kind of like a random item, and this item's like, oh, you can choose a random skin or a random champ, right? So I remember I got Yasuo.
Ooh.
Cool. And then I got some skins too, but I totally forgot because I'm just trying to aim for that the KDA skin for Ari.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, come on. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's the cool part because I didn't pay any money for it and you got skins. I think I remember PC League. I think you need to pay to get skins in general, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong.
I
but-
mean, they have a shard system now, so you can actually technically get free skins, but again, it's like super random, right?
So random, right? So yeah, so that's one of the things I really like about Wild Rift. Oh, and the locking in. You know how you have those players where they get mad at you, you like lock in, you're like, oh, shoot, locked in. Not with Wild Rift. Not with Wild Rift. I remember I locked in, and there's an option saying I can go back and switch. I'm like, oh, nice. So it's not permanent when you lock in. Yeah, so I thought that was cool. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's our initial impressions of it. We'll later down the line do a full-on review, or just again our quick reviews for the game. Maybe either sometime later, because I'm still testing out like ARAM, cause that mode is a bit different, and then I'm just going through ranked just to see how far I can kind of go. Not like super competitively, just seeing like what's the average, what's the average player at this point. Right now it's not that big, but it's interesting enough. And yeah, the skins and there's battle pass like any other I guess active live service game nowadays. There's a cool Jack skin on there, which is apparently only to Wild Rift now. Apparently they're gonna be like, yeah, there's gonna be specific Wild Rift skins only on like the platform or only on the game. So yeah, so there's some cool skins. I wonder like how they'll bring other champions into the game, because I know they're either reworking or whatever. So it's always exciting to see what they have next.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, if you guys like this kind of video, give us a like, hit that like button. Of course, it helps us a lot. It shows us that we're doing something fun and you guys like it too, because we're having fun with it. We get to rant and talk about games, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. As well as if you guys do enjoy our content, give us subscribe to
Smash that subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button right there.
Yes.
If you really enjoy it. Yes.
Hit that subscribe button as hard as you can. Don't break your screen though. But yeah, just hit it, subscribe to us, and as well as hit that notification bell, as whenever you'll know when we upload our videos. So it just helps us a lot.
Yeah. As
well, if you guys are looking for other reviews, we have other reviews, which our most recent was Dauntless. If you guys are looking for other free-to-play games, we are trying to review more of them. And as well, me and David are working on trying to get Monster Hunter Rise. Oh, yeah. But that game is it needs a lot of hours to really get like everything out of it.
It's true. Yeah. We want to give it a fair review, so we need to put the hours in.
Yeah, so it's gonna take us a little bit. So hopefully you guys can hold on for WTF's Monster Hunter Rise review. But obviously, like the game is probably the best-selling game on the Switch right now. So I mean, if you are sold by just other people's reviews, that they are saying it's worth it. So I mean, the game is fun. Me and David and a few others are having a lot of fun with it, and it's just really cool to hunt big monsters.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and it's on Switch, which is crazy. That the game looks pretty good actually. So it's
Oh yeah,
a little sneak peek, of Monster Hunter if you guys haven't got it yet. But yeah, we are working on other reviews, so hopefully you guys can see us in other quick reviews and or episodes as well. But again, let us know what you guys like to see more of, whether it is more quick reviews or even more long form videos of like episodes, or I'm not calling them podcasts because we're not really a podcast. So for now, we're just kind of a podcasty episode thing that can be more longer form than the quick reviews, which are about like 10 minutes at most, if anything. So, but this video is getting pretty long, so we'll see you guys next time. I gotta stop looking at like the screen. I gotta look at I gotta look at you, David.
Why are you ignoring me?
Oh, sorry. The camera's more important, right? You guys agree?
I guess.
But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the video, as well as we'll see you guys next time, and stay safe wherever you guys are.
Please.
I know the vaccinations are coming, but yeah, stay safe. We'll see you guys next time in our next video. See ya.
Yeah. Bye.
see you, David.
Bye, Tim.
I'm out of here.
Bye.